What's up, guys? So hope you're enjoying Spark Week. I had a request on my channel to put a Mi Sphere on top of my Spark. I have a video on my channel of me putting the Spark underneath, and it kind of swung around like a pendulum. But he had an idea of putting it on top and turning it sideways so it acts more like a rudder. So we're going to try this. I still feel if the wind hits it from the side, it's going to bounce it this way, and the drone's just going to start wobbling and trying to compensate. But again, this is only about 1/4 pound. It really doesn't weigh that much, but I'm really looking forward to getting the Insta360 one. But yeah, so instead of taking it up in the sky and flying it around and just showing you the end result, this time I'm going to put it in a hover, and then I'm going to put the camera on it so you guys can see how much it wavers back and forth, if any wind hits it, what happens to it. I'm doing it in a controlled environment. I'm not around people, so if there's any concern about safety, there's nobody around. And I'm not going to fly it up in the sky, so if it flies away, it's going to hit a fence, or it's going to hit a tree before it gets anywhere near people. But I don't think it's going to fly away. I think the worst case scenario is it's going to go into sort of a tailspin, and I'm going to have to bring her down. But every time she's gone into a tailspin, it's really not that hard to get her back down to me. So yeah, this is just a quick video to show you what this guy can do. What's good about the Mi Sphere and a lot of the 360 cameras coming out is the 6-axis stabilization. I'm not sure if this has 6 axes, axi, but I do know that it has great stabilization, and you can even fix the stabilization even more once you're in the app. So just going to be a quick video, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. So there you go, guys. Alright guys, so we have the Mi Sphere on the DJI Spark, and as you can see, it's doing pretty well. I've got 4 satellites, so fly at your own risk. But you can fly this thing inside. You can fly it without satellites, but I wouldn't fly anywhere away from you. I might go straight up or come back down. We're going to do a little spin. You heard that beeping? That's because it saw the camera. Now it's seeing me. So all the sensors are working. And there's really not much waver. I mean, look at that, guys. That's pretty good. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to do a pano and see what happens. I'm not going to go really high, though. So what it's doing now, guys, is I've already taken one pano. I'm going to rotate my camera. "90 degrees, and do another pano. And if you can see the tree behind it, it's pretty windy right now. So it's fighting a lot of wind, and it's really fighting. Still doing a great job. It's still holding. So overall, that did pretty good, guys. That flew way better than I thought it would. It actually flew better with the camera on top than it did with the camera on the bottom. But fair warning, there was a couple times where I maxed out the motors. It was 70% most of the time, but with this wind, it's crazy. Somewhere that might be kind of cool is if you're in a gymnasium and just kind of fly your camera up high. But I mean, you can see, look how windy this is, guys. I'll put the microphone towards the wind so you can hear it. It's crazy windy out here. It wasn't windy when I came out, but it's windy now. So yeah. Okay guys, so I kind of wanted to show you my Photoshop file. And so I'm going to break open these layers real quick. So what we have here, this is a screenshot from the video from the Mi Sphere. You can see the spark is very present, but I want you to notice that I got the entire sky. Something I haven't been able to do with my drones yet. I got the entire sky in one shot. It's another thing. I've been trying the GoPro, and GoPro was a good idea, but there's definitely some workflow involved in it, and I didn't really accomplish it very well. So anyway, so here's what the picture looks like with my drone in it. And then this is what came out of AutoPano. So this is a stitched image from my DJI Spark. So what I did was, the first thing I did was I wanted to take the sky. So this is basically the sky from the Mi Sphere, and then I used a fuzzy eraser and kind of erased a lot of the ground. So you see when I add that in, you can see the trees are kind of warped a little bit, and it doesn't line up perfectly, but in the image that was stitched together, this pole was messed up. But since I got the entire pole in the Mi Sphere, I just put the entire pole in there, and it's straight as an arrow. So by the time I scrubbed out the ground, by the time I erased the ground from the sky picture, the only thing that was left was I had a little, if this was grass here, this wouldn't have been a big deal at all. But because I'm standing there and I kind of wanted to keep me in the shot, there's the blade of my drone. So what I did was I took a picture from the original ground shot and put that in. So now we have the composite image completely stitched together. Alright guys, so here it is in Kula. Turned out pretty good. You can see using Kula whether there's any like weird seams or anything like that. I'm starting to pay more attention to my seams, so there's kind of a little bit of seam there. But anyway, so something I wanted to note is the sky is not that good a resolution compared to the ground. And I think the reason for that is that I did video this time, but I think if I did a time lapse of images, I think the sky would look awesome. So this was kind of a quickie. I was more concerned about whether the Mi Sphere would work on the Spark, and then as you saw in the video, I kind of decided at the last minute to do a pano. I was just curious to see what would happen if the drone, moved from side to side, take the pano, and little Spark took it like a champ. So yeah, let's throw it into little planet mode. As you can see, planet mode looks awesome. And I think the reason the planet looks really good is because the ground is a really high resolution, and you don't notice kind of the blurriness of the edges as much. What's great about this planet version is that you can see that I got the entire sky, and that is a job well done in my eyes. So, all right, guys, that was the Xiaomi Mijia Mi Sphere 360. That was the Mi Sphere on top of my DJI Spark. Hope you liked the video, and like, subscribe, get social. Check me out on Facebook, in the Spark groups and in the 360 groups. I'm actually having a blast on Facebook, talking to you guys, and really understanding my craft and my hobby as well as yours. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Peace out.